Clay Fidler. I'm 13 years old and I have type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes stands for juvenile diabetes or insulin-dependent diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is an irreversible disease, which means the pancreas produces little to no insulin at all. Insulin is a hormone used in the body, which is used to unlock cells to allow glucose inside to produce energy. 35 million people in the world have type 1 diabetes. That sounds like a bunch, but it's actually only 1%. How did I get so lucky? The creation of insulin and its use to treat type 1 diabetes was the turning point in the life versus death situation for any type 1 diabetic. Before the creation of insulin, diabetes was the death sentence. The life expectancy was 4 years. Now with the creation of insulin, type 1 diabetics have a chance to live a long and healthy life. Can you imagine what it must have been like in the summer of 1921 when Dr. Banting was in his lab when he knew he was onto something? The summer of 1921 in Toronto, Canada, when Dr. Banting was busy in his lab when he found his breakthrough treatment. We are losing too many children to this type 1 diabetes disease. Too many. There has to be a way to find a cure. Some way. There must be a way. We know from the German scientists in late work in the 1800s that the pancreas has two functions: to produce digestive juices and to produce a substance that is used to control blood sugar. Those digestive juices must be harming the substance that is used to control blood sugar. If I could isolate the substance, I could find the mystery to type 1 diabetes. So I'll tie up the duct here. Pancreas will tolerate. I'll move it like so. I'll slice it up. Freeze it with a mixture of salt and waters. Time's up. The pieces are halfway frozen. Now I'll grind them up and filter them. Voila, I've isolated the substance. I think I'll call it insulin. Now try it on one of those diabetic dogs. 50 milligrams should be enough. It's all right, guy. It's only going to hurt a little bit. Eureka! It works! It's all better. But will it work on humans? Maybe I could get in contact with that Leonard Thompson kid. He's 14 years old and he's been dealing with type 1 diabetes for a few years now. He's probably almost on death's door with type 1 diabetes. He could be my first patient. And indeed, Leonard Thompson was Dr. Banting's first patient, and there were many, many more after that. Hundreds of humans, in fact, were tested over the next 2 years. If you've been wondering what has happened with the life of diabetes since the summer of 1921, when Dr. Banting found his breakthrough treatment, let me show you. Hi, I'm Dr. Adam Moss, Clay and Mr. Seaton's endocrinologist, aka diabetes doctor. Diabetes sucks, but it is much more manageable today. Today you can get insulin in a shot, pen, or pump. I recommended the pump for Clay because he is so into sports. It's called the Omnipod. It's the latest technology in insulin delivery. He starts every day by checking his blood sugar like this. It says his blood sugar is 123 carbs, or units. He wears an insulin pump right here that holds 3 days worth of insulin. So let's say he's going to have a snack before the big game. He'll need insulin to convert the sugar into energy. So he tells his meter how many carbs he's going to eat, like 23 grams or so, and then it automatically tells him how much insulin is needed based on his blood sugar and number of carbs he's eaten. He confirms it's correct, and then it wirelessly dispenses the insulin into him. Presto. Now I can go on to more important things, like those free throws. Wish I had a cure for that. Thanks, Dr. Moss. I agree. Type 1 diabetes is much more manageable today. And with the Omnipod, I can manage my diabetes a lot better than just an insulin shot. And with the Omnipod, it's a lot simpler than just taking shots every day after every meal. So I agree, type 1 diabetes is a lot more manageable today. But are they ever going to find a cure? They're actually getting closer every day to finding a cure. With organizations like JDRF, scientists can afford to continue their research. It's great to be a member of JDRF. JDRF stands for Juvenile Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. JDRF gets to see and financially support the research that is being done to help try to cure type 1 diabetes. Some of the research that is being done is the artificial pancreas transplant. This is being done by Beta O2 Technologies. This takes replaces the whole entire pancreas and replaces it with a new one. The key challenge with this research is the patient has to wear a needle connected to the outside part of the body, and it needs to be changed every few days. A lot to manage. Another project that is being funded by JDRF is the microchip. This is inserted into the body to monitor glucose levels. No more finger pricks. It's not a cure, but a step forward and fewer needles. Can you even imagine a day without having any needles? Yes, I can imagine a day without needles, and I can't wait to once again be needless. My name's Fidler, and I'm 13 years old, and I have type 1 diabetes. Before the creation of insulin, I would have died by my senior year in high school. Now, with the creation of insulin, I have a chance to live a long and healthy life, just like you. And who knows, maybe one day I'll turn out to be like one of these famous type 1 diabetics, like Jay Cutler, the Bears quarterback, or Chris Freeman, the first Olympian to ever have type 1 diabetes. Or maybe I could even be like Nick Jonas. But no matter what, type 1 diabetes will not keep me on the sideline. The future is up to me.